Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So as you guys can see from the title of this video, this is going to be something completely different than my normal. I just wanted to sit here and I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to express myself and talk about something that I've been thinking about lately these past couple of weeks. I've been wanting to do this video and I just haven't done it. But yeah, I feel like it's important. I feel like I should talk about it because yeah, it's just like a reminder for me and a reminder maybe for somebody else out there. But I want to talk about a little bit about the past that I lived dealing with kidney disease. So when I was on dialysis, I remember I was just feeling horrible always. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I was at the lowest point of my life. I just felt like, you know, in that cycle that, oh, okay, this is gonna be my life. There's no way out. Like kidney disease is just consuming me. Dialysis is consuming me. It's consuming my body. I was basically dying, and I was slowly dying. It was painful. And I remember during my process of dialysis, I would just feel during the day, of course, I put on a smile for everybody, you know, and a lot of us, I feel like we might do this, you know, put on a smile, act like everything's okay, everything's normal, but deep down inside, we are desperate for something. We are desperate for a change, not only physically, but mentally. We are desperate and hungry for that change. And I remember I would just be like, yeah, everything's okay, everything's good, but deep down inside, I was hurting. I was hurting badly. And I would pray and I would trust in God, and I would just be like, God, one day you will take me off this machine, and I know you have a purpose for me. I know you're not done with me. I'm not gonna die from this machine. You have a purpose, you have promises for me, and I'm gonna hold on to those promises. And I would always tell that to God, like, God, even when I'm feeling at my lowest, I wanna hold on to those promises that you have for me. And I remember that I was just feeling like okay, what is next? But of course, me being flesh, it wasn't easy to always just think positive. And I would always just try to think positive, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And I remember that I would look at pictures of myself when I was younger, and I remember thinking to myself, if only I can go back in time and tell this little girl that she was gonna suffer, that she was gonna go through so many things, so many horrific things in life. If only I can go back and warn her. And I would just feel like crying when I would see baby pictures of myself or pictures of me when I was younger, because of the things that I was living. And now that, you know, I have overcame all of that, and the last time I was on dialysis was February 2nd of 2017. So I got my transplant February 3rd, 2017. But when I stop and I think about the life that I'm living now with a healthy kidney, with a transplant, and I compare it, and I'm just like, wow, I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful. And I say this because when we are going through the process, sometimes we might complain, we might feel like it's the end, we might feel like, you know, there's no way out, and we get into maybe a negative phase. But I just want to remind you that you cannot make diamonds without pressure. We have to live through traumatic things in our life, even though we don't want to. We have to. These trials in our life is what's gonna make us stronger. It's gonna make us wiser. It's gonna make us more grateful. There's so many benefits to going through an experience like this, or just going through something super hard in your life. You know, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this was because you guys know that I went to New Orleans about 2 weeks ago to share my story with, you know, Akebia Therapeutics, talking about, you know, my life and what kidney disease brought me to. And I remember there being at the hotel, just having a lot of free time to myself and thinking like, wow, God, I couldn't, truly, I couldn't be more grateful. And I've always said this, that kidney disease, ironically, thank you to kidney disease, because kidney disease has made me who I am today, has made me the strong woman that I am, the brave woman, the warrior that I know I am. And I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, if it wasn't for kidney disease, I would have never been like creating YouTube videos. I would have never been in front of like a crowd of 100+ people sharing my story. I would have never learned how to appreciate the small things in life, like making urine. I would have never realized, you know, how important it was to make urine. And I didn't realize how, you know, I didn't realize to be grateful for it until it was gone. And you know how they say you never know what you have until it was gone? Well, I had to learn it the hard way in that aspect, because before, you know, a couple weeks before getting my transplant, I always made urine throughout like my dialysis time, but a couple of weeks before getting my transplant, I want to say about 3 weeks before, my urine outtake was decreasing like rapidly. And I remember even the night before my transplant, I went to bed late that night. I remember just sitting on my bed and looking at my legs and just thinking like, wow, thank God I'm getting a transplant tomorrow, because my legs were so swollen from fluid. They were like this thick, and I just remember thinking like, thank you, Jesus, for allowing me, you know, to get this transplant, for blessing me with amazing people, amazing family, people that love me so much, you know, that has helped me so much in this process, and for putting Haiti in my life, because she is doing the biggest selfless act, and she's doing it with an open heart, and I couldn't be more grateful. And you know, sometimes in the middle of us feeling super healthy and feeling super strong and feeling super, you know, good, I guess, or confident in like the life or like the health that we have, we sometimes forget where God pulled us out from. And I'm saying this because, I don't know, there's been times like with my transplant that I feel so good that I forget, you know that a couple years ago I was just on dialysis. I forget that, you know, I need to take care of myself, because this organ that I have is not going to last forever. And the time that I do have with it, I need to appreciate it. I need to take care of it. And yeah, it's just, you know, I feel like this is important for me to speak about, because sometimes we have to remember what God pulled us out from, what God pulled us through, and we have to reflect and we have to think. And when I think about everything that I lived through, not just with kidney disease, but with other scenarios in my life, and I couldn't be more grateful, because at the end, God always taught me a lesson. God has made me stronger. And I don't know, I felt like, you know, I just had to speak about it. So yes, I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to talk with you guys and kind of just reminisce of what God has done in my life and where He's pulled me out from. He pulled me out of being basically on my deathbed to now sitting here feeling healthy, feeling super strong, and it's just amazing, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed and a beautiful day. Also, if you guys have any video requests, leave them down below. I would love to do anything that you guys might have in mind, or any questions as well, leave them down below. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.